Hello everyone, this is Jerry the Night Vision Phantom bringing you another round of video. So I thought I would do something a little bit different than what I'm known for here, and I just wanted to make a fun video for you guys, as well as using this as an opportunity to test some computer programs for possible future videos. And so I thought, what better way to start than by doing a good old-fashioned, or is it even old-fashioned at this point, tier list. And I have a lot to work with here for you. And some of you may be wondering, Jerry, why are you doing Pokemon of all things? And it's not just that I'm doing Pokemon. I want to do Pokemon, but differently. Now, I've seen all sorts of tier lists out there regarding Pokemon, such as who's the most powerful, who has the best skills, who has the best evolutions, yada yada yada. And being that I'm only truly really familiar with Generation 1 back during the late 90s, early 2000s, with very limited knowledge of anything after that, to be honest. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do a different type of video as far as tier lists are concerned, and do what do I believe which Pokemon are the most aesthetically pleasing. And as you may already see there, I decided to put them into 4 different camps, and some of them are self-explanatory. You have cool here, which basically means which Pokemon looks the coolest. And you have cute, which is also self-explanatory, which is the cutest. I'm actually ranking that as far as value in terms of this tier. It's even less because I think cool is better than cute. I know Pokemon is geared for children, but for older players, cute doesn't cut it. And so from that, we move down to the cuck tier. You may be wondering, in this context, what does cuck mean? And that basically it's Pokemon that are basically not inspiring at all. They have no value as far as appearance is concerned. They're plain, boring, and they just basically came from the real world and was implanted into this here. Or in or I just simply don't like them. Let's just leave it at that. And then finally we have the crap tier, which just means it doesn't necessarily mean that they aren't artistically done well, but just that they look ugly. And even if they have good stats, good abilities, whatever, just that alone makes me not want to play them at all. Using them at all. And so with that set, I'm going to go ahead and get started here. And I think the best thing to do is just go down the line. I was going to categorize these by evolutionary stage, but seeing as how I don't know what all the evolutionary stages are and what's been added and pre-evolved, etc., I'm just going to leave that alone. So let's get started, shall we? I think I have all these names memorized, so I might stumble on a couple of them while I try to recollect. But anyways, we have I'm already getting started here. We have Bulbasaur, and Bulbasaur is in the cute tier, very easy enough. And then we have Ivysaur. Duh, I feel really stupid, but Ivysaur, you know what? I'll give that cool. It just barely qualifies as cool. It just looks like some kind of angry dog aesthetic, if you want to call it that. But let's see. Then we have, sorry about that, Venusaur. I'll give it a cool. Why not? Charmander. Cute. Is he more cute than Bulbasaur? I'm not sure. Charmander. Then we have Charmeleon. I would say it's not really cute. It's not really cool. If I had to guess, I'm gonna say it barely qualifies for cool. Now Charizard definitely qualifies for sure. Squirtle. I think Squirtle's a little bit more a little bit cuter than Venusaur there. or not Venusaur, Bulbasaur. War Total, kinda cute, not all that cute though. Actually, I can rearrange these here. There we go, that's a little bit better. Yeah, okay, there we go. We have Blastoise, which is pretty cool. I'll say Blastoise is pretty cool. Kind of odd in a way. Then we have Caterpie. Duh. Caterpie is Crapperpie. No, it's Cuckerpie. It's just a caterpillar, folks. Same thing with Kakuna. Is that Kakuna? Or, no, Metapod. Sorry, that's Metapod. Same thing. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put this in the crap tier. Not nearly as good. Not very good at all. Butterfree, I'm putting him in the cuck tier because he's just a butterfly. Putting Weedle in the cuck tier. Actually, you know what? I'll give Butterfree's a better looking cuck than the other ones in the tier so far. I'll say this one's kind of crap. It looks like some kind of phallic object that I won't specify. Beedrill, I'll actually say he's cool. I mean, he's not. He's almost in the cuck tier, believe it or not. But because he's actually a little bit different with the little stingers on his hands, that's kind of cool. All right, so now we have Pidgey, definitely cuck material. Pidgeotto, cuck material. Pidgeot, cuck material. They don't look cool. They just look like it's just a typical looking bird that gets fatter as time goes on. Same thing with Rattata. Same thing with Raticate. Same thing with Spearow, Spearow. Now Fearow is actually an interesting one here. I'm not sure if I want to give him cool. He looks kind of cool. Like if I saw him as, if I'm fighting him in the game, if I see him, would I want to capture him? I'll get back to him if I don't like it, if I want to change it later. But so far, I'll put him in the cool tier. Even though he's just pretty much a giant bird like the other ones, he's not bad. He's cool for what he is. Ekans, you're going there. Arbok, I'm debating whether to put you in the cuck tier or the cool tier. I want to put you in the cool tier for now just because you aren't like typical snakes. You do have a little bit of a gimmick there. It doesn't really help much, but it's there. Pikachu, why not? You're cute. Are you cuter than the others? I'll say, you know what? Yes, I'll say you're of the four listed so far. I'll say you're the cutest. Raichu, you're cute. It's a debate between cute and cool. I think I will go with cool. I like the design of him. He's on the cute side, but I think maybe deceptively cute, which makes him cool. And even though at first glance you might think there's more to him than just Pikachu. So I think he's okay there. Then we have Sandshrew. I think he's cute. Sandslash, even though he's a crap Pokemon in terms of gameplay, I think he looks pretty cool. Nidoran, he's cute but angrily cute, and that's Nidoran female, I should say. And then Nidorina, or is that Nidorina? Yeah, Nidorina is next, and I want to say, I'll give you the benefit. You're not that cute, but whatever. And then yeah, your evolution is pretty cool. And the same thing with you. You're like angrily cute, Nidoran male. And then same thing with you, Nidorino, and then Nidoking. Yeah, you're pretty cool. Actually, you know what? I like your design more than most. You're gonna go up here. I'm gonna give you a little bit of you're one of my favorite appearance-wise. And then Clefairy, yeah, you're cute. Clefable, I don't like your design, to be honest. Like, if I saw you, I'm gonna make you very high crap, but it's like an honorable crap. So don't think of that. Don't think of it necessarily as you've lost. You're in the best of the worst. Vulpix, you're going to go into. You're not even that cute, even from cute animal standards. So you're gonna go at the bottom of cute there. Vulpix, you're pretty nice looking. I think I've given up this point of ranking them, which is the coolest. If there's a character or if there's a Pokemon that's obviously the cutest of the bunch or the least cutest, I'll arrange them accordingly. But we'll just take the front row team there. Let's go with that. And then we have Jigglypuff, which, yeah, you're cute. Wigglytuff, I actually think you're cute too. Zubat, you're cucked. Golbat, you're crap. I think you're ugly. Just not even for bats by bat standards. You're not that cool. Oddish. Yeah, you're a cuck. Gloom, crap. Like, if I saw you, I wouldn't want to play as you. Vileplume. You know what? I'll give you cool. I'm not sure where you rank in terms of cool, but you're all right. I wouldn't play as you necessarily, but looking at you, I'd be like, you know what? I'd give you a shot if I were a new player. Paris, you're just not that good to look at in general. Same thing for you. I'll say you're cute, even though I know you very much suck as a Pokemon. I'll go ahead and give you space there. All right, then we have Venonat and Venomoth. Both of you go into the cuck tier. Both of you. You're just moths. You're just moths, basically. Diglett. You know what Diglett reminds me of? He reminds me of Yoshi's Island 2. Or just no, Super Mario Brothers 2, Yoshi's Island. That's just the image, and I think, well, obviously it's from Nintendo, but I get that appearance. Not very interesting. You're just like you look like a finger puppet with eyes drawn on, so you're not very inspirational. You're even worse, cuck. You're even worse of a cuck. Oh, does that make you even worse? Okay, there you go. Meowth, you're just an anthropomorphic cat, but you are kind of cute. Persian, you suck. You're just a cat. Psyduck, yeah. Actually, I don't think you look good at all. You suck. Golduck, not bad. You're okay. You're on the list. I'll put you on the list. Fine. Mankey, angrily cute. There you go. Primeape, I'll say you look cool. You're useless, but you look cool. Growlithe, cute. Arcanine, you look pretty cool. Poliwag, you're okay. Poliwhirl, you're okay. Actually, you know what? Poliwag, you go to the cute tier. Poliwag, wouldn't say cute. You're not cool. You're not crap. So, if I had to choose, you're cute adjacent. How's that? Alright, and then we got Poliwrath. There we go. And then, you know what? I will say all three of the Abra line is actually pretty cool. I actually like the design of all of them, especially Alakazam. He's my favorite. Yeah, he's actually probably in my top 10 all-time favorite Pokemon. I like Alakazam. Alright, so now we have Machop. You're not really all that appealing. You're cute. I think you look like crap, to be honest. You look like a bodybuilder whose steroid injections went wrong. But then you, on the other hand, Machamp, you actually look pretty decent. I'll give you that. You look decent. You, I would never choose you. You're not cute. Same thing with you. What is it? Bellsprout. Oh, Weepinbell. There we go. Weeping Bell, yeah, you're going into the... Oh, Weeping Bell goes up there, down there. And then we have Victory Bell, who... I'll never use you, but I'll put you here. Sorry, folks. Like I said, I didn't come prepared. This is kind of an off the cuff kind of video. And then Tentacool, you're crap. I don't like the design. You're not even cool. You're too crap for Cuck. And then yeah, I'll give Tentacruel his due. He's actually looks pretty cool if you pay attention. Geodude, you're crap looking. Graveler, you suck too. Golem, you actually look pretty decent. I'll give you that much. Ponyta, I'm gonna say you're a cuck, even though you have fire. You're just basic and you're cute. You're just a pony with fire. It's like they just drew a pony and added fire, and that's it. Nothing original there. Rapidash, okay, Rapidash, you get a space. Slowpoke, crap. Slowbro, crap. Even though you're a little bit better, crap. I don't like the way you look at all. They're just disturbing. Magnet, you know what? I'm gonna put you at the top of the crap tier. You're just basically I'll put you higher up on the. I'll put you up higher on the cuck tier. Somewhere in the middle there. You're just basically two magnets attached. You're kind of original. Magneton, you're okay. I'll say you're not really anything special, but special enough. You're just like, but now Farfetch'd, you look okay, but you're just a duck. You're a duck, so you're a cuck. There you go. Then we have very unoriginal Pokemon here. We have Doduo. Forgive me, some of these Pokemon I don't think I've ever heard them say out loud or remember what they sound like out loud. So we have Doduo. You're not even cute. You're just a bird with two heads. It's like fan fiction right there. So you're kind of crap. And Dodrio, you're kind of cool. I'll admit, you look cooler. You're like a roadrunner with three heads. And Seal and Dugong, both of you are cucked. Neither of you are really inspirational. You both just look like typical creatures. Muck, for being a pile of sludge, you look kind of cute for a pile of sludge. I would never really pick you. Grimer, you look cool, but actually no, you look like crap, but you look like crap trying to look cool. So there you go. You're in the crap tier. Hard to imagine I gave Grimer a little bit of a higher rating than, however. Shelter, you just look stupid. Simply, you just look stupid. Cloyster, you actually look pretty good. I'll give you that. And here's where it might be something I always thought was kind of done backwards. I actually like Ghastly. Ghastly's pretty cool. I think Haunter here is better looking. Actually, let me give you, you're going to get a higher rating. I actually think Haunter is better looking than Gengar. Gengar is pretty cool, but I'm probably going to put him somewhere in the middle with the others. I think you're a little bit better looking than a couple of other ones. Alright, so Onyx, you look like crap. You're just a rock snake. Nothing special. Then we got... who are you? Hypno. I can't think of any of these. What do we have? Hypno. Hypno Pokemon. You evolved from Drowsy. Okay, Drowsy. Very much a crap-looking Pokemon. I would never pick you looking at you. And even Drowsy looking at you, I wouldn't pick you. You just look stupid. You just some weird-looking creature with a clock, a pendulum in your hand. Whatever. Both Kingler, Krabby and Kingler, both of you are cuck. You're just one is a crab, one is a slightly larger crab. And then who else do we have? All right, so we got Electrode. Who do we have? We have Electrode from Evolution. Who are you? Seriously, it's been a long time since I played Pokemon. Oh, Voltorb. Okay, Voltorb, you're kind of cool. I'll actually say you look for a Pokemon. You're very uninspiring, but I think because you're intended to be a deceptive Pokemon, it's by intent that you're supposed to be. So I'll give you that. You, Electrode, on the other hand, look like crap. I wouldn't pick you. Like I would think you look. I would actually think you're the first form of Voltorb. So, yeah, there you go. Execute and Executor, both of you are really crap. I would never pick you just looking at you. Let's see, we got Cubone. Is Cubone really cute? No, we don't know. But I'll say your design. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. You're kind of cool. No. Like I said before, cute adjacent. And I'll say you're cool adjacent, Marowak. Nothing special. Hitmonlee. I'll say you're cool. Not very cool, but you're cool. Hitmonchan, you're very ugly. You look like a boxer just wearing a dress. Lickitung, I would not really pick you if I had the choice. Let's see, what else do we have here? Let's see. Muck. Koga, Jim. Let's see. Who do we have next? Oh, Coughing. There we go. Coughing. You look like crap. I wouldn't choose you. Wheezing. Yeah. I wouldn't pick you still. You're at the bottom of the list. Rhydon. I think you look better than Rhyhorn, to be honest. You're kind of cool looking, but I would still never pick you. Rhyhorn, you're kind of cool-ish. Now, Chansey, you're going into the cute tier. I'll give you a little bit of a cute ranking here. All right, and then what else do we have? We have Tangela, which, yeah, you look like one of the fry guys from McDonald's. Kangaskhan, you know what? I'll say you actually look pretty cool. I'll say you look cool. I'll say you're right around here. So just Horsey, you're Cuck. Kingdra, you're a Cuck. You're just you're a slightly more angry Cuck. So I'll give you a little bit better. Goldeen and Sea King, yeah, you're both Cucks. You're just stupid goldfish. Same thing with Starmie. And maybe I'll get these backwards, but Staryu, you're actually kind of cool looking for being a starfish on top of another starfish. So yeah, you're kind of cool looking. Mr. Mime, you suck. I'll never choose you. Pinsir, okay, you're actually pretty cool. I'll say that. I think that's Pinsir. Oh no, that's Scyther. Sorry, that's Scyther. Jinx, you're even worse than Mr. Mime. Electabuzz, there we go. Electabuzz, you actually look pretty okay. Nothing special. Magmar, you actually don't look that cool. I don't know why. For some reason, you just rub off on me the wrong way. You look like if you were skinnier or more bulkier, then maybe. All right, so Pinsir. You know what? You're kind of in the crap tier. I mean, you're okay. You're like on the better end of crap. Tauros, you're a Cuck. Admittedly, you're just a bull with 3 tails. Nothing inspiring. Goes without saying with Magikarp. Gyarados. Yeah, you're pretty cool. I'll give you that much. Oh boy. Lapras. You know what? You're actually kind of a split between cool and cute, but I think you're more on the cute side. Ditto. This is an interesting one. You're designed, but you're intentionally designed that way. I mean, by default, you look like crap, but cool crap. But then again, you don't look. You're just you're basically just a pile of goo, or you're like an amorphous blob. Nothing special. So yeah, if I saw you, if I didn't know your gimmick. Eevee, by default, you're cute. Vaporeon, I'll say you're more cute than anything. Jolteon, I'll say you're actually pretty cool looking. And then I'll actually say Flareon, you look cute more than cool. A little bit more so than some of the others there. Let's see, Porygon. Ooh, this is a toughy one. You're not cute. You're not... You look like an electric duck. You know what? I'll say... cool adjacent. So, I don't know. You're okay. Omanite, nothing special. You're going to the cuck tier. Omastar, you're not special, so I'll put you at the bottom of cool. Just because they're in the cool tier doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to choose them ever, but they're better than the other tiers there. Let's see. Fossil Pokemon. Let's see. Let's see, what do we got here? Kabuto. You're kind of cool. I see you're cute. Not really cute, but like you're supposed to be a cute bug, ancient bug. Kabutops, yeah, you're in the cool tier. Aerodactyl. This might be a controversial take. I'm putting you in the cuck tier. You're supposed to look cool, but you're just a pterodactyl or just a flying reptile. You don't look anything. You don't have a unique design about you. Let's see what's next. Snorlax. Yeah. You're not cool. You're not cute. You're not cucked enough to be unoriginal, and you're not crap. You know what? I'm putting you at the top of the crap tier. You're pretty decent looking for what you are. Articuno, you're cool. Zapdos, you're all right. Moltres, you're okay. I've done giving up on putting these in order. Let's see. Dratini, you're supposed to be cute. I actually, and you know what? I don't think this is a hot take, but I actually think Dragonair is much more attractive than Dragonite, which for some reason his appearance just rubs me the wrong way, to be honest. And then I think it goes without saying for the last two tiers, or the last two, we have Mewtwo, which yeah, I think you get one of the top billing there. And then finally we have Mewtwo, which is on the list. You know what? I don't like the way there's just one Pokemon standing here. I'm gonna move one to make it more balanced for the other tiers. So which one should I move? I am going to move Porygon to cute. You're kind of a cute duck there. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, that is that. I wonder if you wholly disagree or partially disagree, or however you want to arrange it. Let me know what you think in the comments section. If you want me to, like I said, this was an off-the-cuff thing. Future videos, if I should choose to pursue them, will definitely be more interesting, more arranged. I'll try to make it more professional. Like I said, I had to pause because it's been a while since I played, gave any of these Pokemon any thought. So I had to pause for a minute to research them. But anyways, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening in. And I hope you all have a great day. Take care.